determine the value of your home. And once that value is determined, you can take the offer. If not, if you don't take that offer, the city then has, or the government agency then has the right to then take your property. And you will receive the amount of money that the court determines. And before that happens, what has to happen is the court, or the federal agency, has to deposit an amount of money, an already predetermined amount of money, into an escrow account. And the reason why that happens is because generally when these eminent domain processes begin, if you don't provide a valid reason as to why they should stop, they generally keep going. So the court says, listen, we understand how eminent domain works. We understand that once the process gets going, it's going to get to its end point. So we want you to put this amount of money in the bank, just in case the person doesn't take the money that you're offering them. So the money's already there, which tells you that once this process already starts, it's already going to get to its end point. And it can happen very quickly, or it can be drawn out. The drawn out part is more expensive, but that's not something that we have to worry about right now. So I'm going to backtrack a little bit. Generally, as individuals fighting this on your own, sometimes it's very difficult. It's very important for you as a group to stick together with one united voice. Yes, sir. Okay, better? It's very important for you guys to stay together as a group because it's very difficult to fight these types of cases as dispersed individuals.
Right.
You've heard that several times today. I can't stress the importance of making sure that everyone has a united voice. Everyone is coming to these meetings. Everyone is learning each step that's going on with respect to the eminent domain process in the city. I don't think I can add anything else.
Well, I actually thought of one other thing.
All right.
Yeah, I wanted to explain the eminent domain process, but I didn't want to hog the mic. But now that we've started it, I just want to stress that I don't know if it was made clear. You can be dispossessed from your house through eminent domain very quickly.
Yes.
While the court case about how much money you owe drags on and on. And anyone who was in Camden when Admiral Wilson Boulevard was cleaned up for the Republican convention saw that happen. That was the speediest use of eminent domain I've ever seen in my life. That street got cleared in 6 weeks. So it doesn't have to happen that quickly, but it can happen very quickly. The other thing is that the city does have to provide you with relocation assistance. Homeowners get $15,000 to cover moving, down payments, the closing costs and the like. Renters receive $4,000 over a period of 3 years. It's a pathetic amount of money. The relocation, they've been proposing to raise those amounts, and those amounts were passed in the early 70s and have never been changed. So it's not a lot of money.
That's another thing to argue about.
They're very harsh. The city can be kinder when it does it. It can offer more money. It can offer relocation assistance above the amount that's required by law. I've seen cities do that, do more than they're legally required. But what they're legally required to do is pretty minimal.
Let's give Olga a hand, please. Also, Brian Turner. So we lift up to our responsibility in terms of getting these lawyers out here today to give you some overview and then to back up what we were saying in the church. And one of the things that I made a point of, you will be able to see that what we was telling you was honest and forthright, and it was true. That imminent redevelopment as a blanket designation for your area puts everybody in jeopardy. And so today, Olga reinforced that. We appreciate her. She's been an outstanding leader in eminent domain cases throughout New Jersey, more particularly here in Camden. So she's a leader, she's an authority, and we appreciate the time that she came out today. Now there's a third attorney that is available to represent everybody, but this is the key. You have to be available when we call upon you to sign up to be a client to move your case forward. And I think Olga and Brian Turner made a very good point. If people in this area try to do this individually, they will pick us off one at a time. That's why it's important that we come together as a group, the concerned citizens of Whitman Park, and show the city, show the politicians that we mean business. We elected them, we can take them out of office.
Amen.
We elected them, we can take them out of office.
Yes.
And that's the other very important thing that you got to realize. Camden people as a whole have never really shown their political power at the voting booth. It's time that we let people know that we're sick and tired of what they're doing to us as a community.
Amen.
So as a result of people not voting at the level that we should, the politicians have been taking ground, and now they are in Whitman Park. You follow me?
Yep.
And just so you know, the reason why some neighborhoods took redevelopment as a plus is because they did not get the information that you're getting.
Amen.
You follow me?
Yeah.
So we made a point to make sure that you can make an informed decision about what is happening in this neighborhood. Now, we also offer them, it's one thing to talk a lot of trash about we don't want something, but we offer them a legally supportive alternative to their redevelopment plan. One that gives them, the city, the right to redevelop, keep that in mind, but also it keeps them from taking your property through eminent domain. That is where we want to take this fight. This is a message that we want to take to them, and this is very important that you understand. We want redevelopment in Whitman Park, but we don't want your homes taken because you invested too much time, too much energy, and too much blood, sweat, and tears to have you move out of this area while they redevelop. And I'm going to give you just an analogy. They asked this soldier one time in the government, why did you blow up communities? Why did you go into Vietnam and set communities on fire? And the position a lot of times a politician is, we will destroy your neighborhood first in order to rebuild it.
Yes.
And we're saying, no, we want you to rebuild it while we can see the fruits of our labor right now while we're living. Amen?
Amen.
So that's what it's about. And Olga has been a fighter on this issue. She has a ton of information. And just so you know, myself and other people in this room were organizers in Kramer Hill, and we stopped a $1 billion developer from taking 1,000 homes in Kramer Hill. So, why am I saying that? A lot of people, if you don't have faith and you look at your circumstances, you're going to believe that your circumstances is going to dictate the outcome.
Amen.
But if you have faith in what can happen, we can overcome this situation. It was done in Kramer Hill. It was partially done in Langley Square West. It can be done here.
Right.
But we got to come together as a community, and we're going to keep you informed. There's a sign-in sheet. If you want us to get the information to you, you got to get your information to us. That's very important. So I just want to end by saying this. This is your time to see your neighborhood redeveloped. It can only happen if you stand up and stand up consistently. We are very proud to have the response that we have this morning. Because this is what they want. They want to drag out a process, tire you out, and then hope you go away. But we're not going away. We're going to keep you informed, and we're going to be victorious in the end. Can I get somebody to say that's okay?
That's okay.
Now we're going to answer a few questions, and the third attorney is going to be available. I think he's ready now. Okay.
Okay, we don't have a lot of time. Like I said, the attorney is available right now. We'll have some people passing out note cards as the attorney is speaking. You can write down some questions for us to entertain later on. Okay, because we want to make sure that we address your needs and your questions, but we don't have as much time today to do that. So once again, if you don't have an email, and write down your questions. If you have an email, email me the questions, and we will definitely get back to you. Thank you. Okay, if you want to write my email down right now, it's CMD, the letter CMD, C is in Camden, E is in mother, D is in, yes, it's right down the paper. And I also have voiceofaction@gmail.com. Also have more flyers to pass out that has my information on there also. So, okay. So we're going to pass out this right here for some of the questions. We have one person that wanted to start off with a question. Okay, all right, so let the attorney come up. We'll get to your question.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Real quick. Hey, listen, can we give Namibia a great big hand clap? She's the one that organized this whole thing and put this together with her staff and her team. And we thank you, Namibia, for all your support and all your help. Now, listen, as you heard earlier,
No, not the CMD. That's for another.
that from Olga and also from Brian, you heard the background, you heard the history. Now we need somebody that actually can represent. So he's not going to go through a lot of history. What's great about